This is Irontrader, and this is the last call of the day, and actually last call of the old week here. So we'll take a look here at Bitcoin. We'll look at gold and silver, crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart on that, and then we'll take a look here at the old natural gas, and then we'll look at the indexes, your Dow, your S&P, and the old Nasdaq. Now, at midday trading, the market was coming right back. I did a video on it, and the Nasdaq was only down like 76. And then now Iran looks like they retaliate against Israel. They're sending missiles over there. However, they are getting intercepted. But we got to see how this is all going to shake out here. Okay, so at the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy something stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Bitcoin. Now, again, when we have a market like this, I am mostly in cash, okay? Like 90% in cash, and I'm just day trading. And now, actually, today was a really good day trading market. I mean, you got to figure, I scalped Tesla. I got in a little bit late. It got us down as 313.30. I got in at 315, and I dumped out at 330. It got as high as 332, but I just wanted at 15 points on Tesla. That was a really good trade. TQQ, that was another good trade. I got 2 points out of TQQ, out of the BITX. I got a point out of that there today. UCO, I got a 1.5 out of UCO. And then what it is, I shorted oil, but then but I put a stop loss in there. I was in there at UCO, on SEO there at 1580. I had a stop loss and I raised it up there. So I got like 25 cents out of it. But, you know, going into this weekend here, man, keep your positions extremely light because you have no idea if this is going to keep going on. This is going to turn into a huge war or what this is going to turn into, okay? So keep your powder dry. Okay, here we have Bitcoin. Now you can see here where we put that nice series of lower lows and lower highs here. Came all the way down here today. We had that low of 103.10 level, okay? So basically, we just looked right to the bottom left of the chart here. You got 102.93. This whole area right here is going to be very, very key support. Now, if we lose that, then we're going to come right down here. You're looking at 102.350. We'll come down to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 107.50. Then we'll come down here, right here at 108.15 level. When you lose that, you're going to come right down to this 50-day very, very nicely. Now, you can see here how on your RSI here, we got to an overbought condition, and now we're selling off. But we're kind of like no man's land here. This could go up or down here. But with that war escalation, this is following the market, and this is going to sell off. Your green below your red, that shows that's momentum to the downside, which is pretty obviously. Okay, now you can see here where we rallied up here. Where did we go? Okay, right into the 8-day, 106.462, and right into the 200-day, 106.713. Couldn't get past it. Okay, this is why you trade the charts. Okay, so if you know this, you see that area like that, you dump a position in your shares, or you can dump them all. Okay, so if you're trading this, I trade the IBIT, and I also trade the BITX that I've been trading this weekend. It's been working out really nice, but I put the charts side by side. Always chart the Bitcoin and then have the other charts sitting side by side so you can see exactly what Bitcoin is doing. When it gets up to this area, you've got to dump it. It's just that quick. Okay, now, again, if you can get above this key 8-day at that 106.460 and you get above that 106.713 level, then we'll come right up here. This is your next target. It's going to be 107.495. Okay, and then what we do is we come right here to the bottom of the candle. What are you looking at? 108.765, and we look to yesterday's high, 109.240. Then we come right up to the top of this candle right here. This is what you're looking at is 110.890. We crack above that, you're going to 112.60, and then we have 112.345. That's your breakout. You crack above that, 113, and then I think you're going to go to that 115, 116 area is where you're going to go. But you got to close above this situation, okay? So right now, we just have a really good trading opportunity here. I mean, I know I don't know if somebody's just a long trader or just a short trader, but to me, I'm a two-way trader, and I got to tell you, this is one hell of a good market. I just love it. I made a lot of good trades there today here. So this is really a good trader's market. But what we want to watch is we want to watch this candle here, today's candle. Okay, 103.10 and then 106.630 level. This is what we're going to be trading this when those futures open Sunday night at 6 o'clock. That's what you're trading against. If you can get above this 8-day and that 21-day, then obviously we can just follow the candles. We go higher. If we lose this, then bottom line, you can retest this 100,815 and possibly the 97, 85, and then even possibly 94, 840 level here very, very easily. Okay, so again, it's a trader's market. That's what we have. Okay, let's take a look here now at gold and silver. Okay, here we have gold, here we have silver. Now, gold here, I did the video this morning. Actually, and I was just telling you how nice this chart is looking. I've been telling you that for now weeks here on how we have this. See this here? This is a cup, okay? And then we have the handle part, okay? And now she's rolling up. I am long the GLD, okay? Once we start cracking this, it came down, but then I see this war intensified. I'm long the GLD, so I'm going to stay with this and see how long I can, ride it right on out until it's you don't. But right now we're cracking up here, okay? So we got as high today as that 34.68 level. We're looking for the top of this candle at 34.48. We got obviously above that. Next target is 35.09. That's all we got up here, okay? That's going to be your high. Now we crack above that, 35.50, and you're going to work your way up to 3600. So GLD, I'm long and I'm staying long for right now, and I'm going to see how it shakes out here at the end of the day. Now, just remember, any kind of a war, any kind of a situation like that, I always look at that is the gold is like a fear factor kind of a situation, okay? So when you get fear in the market, they jump into gold, and boom, up you go, okay? Now I can see the old VIX is back up here again, 2151. It's up there, 349. So when that VIX is spiking, okay, the market is going to be coming off hard, but then you want to jump into the gold. So right now, looking very good on the old GLD, okay? So whatever circumstances you have, whether you have a war thing, now believe me, I'm not in favor of none of this nonsense. However, as a trader, you got to figure out how do I make money off of it, okay? GLD, that's how you make money off it, okay? Very, very nice. Now, as long as we hold this area right here, we're looking at that 34.27, which is just this area here. This is looking very, very bullish. We're breaking right on out. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this chart is. Lower, higher lows, higher highs. She's a beaut, Clark. Just all the way on up. Beautiful. Now, look at here. 62, plenty of room to run. Green over your red, looking very, very good. Very, very good here on the trading on the old gold. But always look at that chart pattern. See that cup? See that handle? Boom, up she goes. And when that handle came down, you notice that it held this 21 day. Look how nice it's been holding that 21 day. Very, very nice. And then look above the 8 day, and boom, up she goes. Now, silver, I never was really that big of a fan of the silver, but we had this sideways action kind of a situation. Then we had this bull flag. Okay, see that? Cracked right on up here and ran all the way up to 37.03. Now, we really have what this is. Basically, this is an indecision candle. Okay, so you need to hold that 8 day. That's key, 36.15. Right below it is going to be 35.58. We lose that, you're going to come right to the top of this candle, 34.94, and then down to your 21 day. Upside here, well, we're going to be looking to yesterday's high, 36.58. Today's high, 36.77. We come up here, 36.97, and you break out 37.03. We crack above that, boom, 38, and you head right to that 40 level very, very easily. Okay, so you look at the RSI here, we got to an overbought condition. Now she's kind of leveling off. The green is over your red. This is still looking very, very good, but I think gold is a way better trade. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil, your daily and your weekly. Okay, here we got the crude ski, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, you can see here how we just obviously just broke right on up here. But I've been pointing out here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, inverse head and shoulders pattern, bam, right on up here. I was saying down here that if this plays out, you're going to go right to that 200-day, and it did. But again, any kind of disruption is going to send it higher, and that's exactly what it did. Now, yesterday, I scalped the UCO. I jumped in there right after hours. And the beauty of the TOS system now is you can trade 24 hours a day. Anything that's marked 24 hours. I trade the UCO and the SEO, the UCO, you can trade it 24 hours a day. Worked great. Jumped right in there, got a 1.5. Very, very nice. Today, I jumped in the SEO here. I got in late. Yes, I did. I got in late here, but it still worked out really, really good for a nice short. Now I'm all flat here on the gold. I mean, on the crude oil. Okay, I'm all flat here. I have no position because I have no idea what's going to happen over the weekend here. Is this going to rocket higher, or is this going to come right on down? But what I'll do here by the end of the day, because there's plenty a lot of time left here, I'm going to see here because I can still trade till 8 o'clock tonight. I might jump back into the old long on the old crude ski. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. But it's a really excellent two-way trade. Now, what we're watching here today is, hey, we got rallied all the way up here to that 77.62 level. Okay, so what we're looking for, just left of the chart here, this is what you're looking for, is that 77.86. So it came very, very nice. Okay, beautiful. Look at that. See that where that price channel is? Very nice. Now, your next target on the upside is going to be that 80.01. That's going to be very, very key here, that 200-day here on your weekly chart. Now, we crack above it, then we just take these price channels, bring them right across here. You got 84.52 level, okay? Bring it right across here. What do we got? You got 87.63. Bring it right across, and then we have 89, 85, and then we come all the way up here to your 95 level. Very, very easy. Right now we have a downtrending chart. See how we have these high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and lower high. See? Downtrending chart. Okay, but again, we close above this 200-day or even this level right here, this 80.77, that reverses that downtrend, and we're going to start hitting these marks here very, very easy. Now, again, we got to be very, very careful because they do something in that Straits of Hormuz, man, that could send oil just rocketing. Okay, but again, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be very, very, see what happens here. Now, again, Iran retaliated against Israel, so now we're going to see if Israel's going to come back at them. So I don't know, big brouhaha going on here. So we got to see how this all going to shake out. So I'll be watching here the old crude and see what's happening here with the news, and I might just jump in along and take along over the weekend and take a shot at it on the long side. Okay. Now, on the downside, basically, we want to hold this 50-day. You're looking at 70.22, and then we want to hold that 21-day. Now, just remember, when you have these big spikes up here, this is just like the VIX. Okay, so when you get that big spike up there, okay, and things start settling down, oil's going to come right on off here. Oil in this country, in this world, is very, very well supplied. We have plenty of oil going on here right now. This is not a supply and demand issue. This is a fear issue that they're going to hit something with Iran. Okay, now remember, big buyers of Iran is Russia and China. Okay, so we got to get that all shaken out. Now, OPEC is meeting here. Going to have, I think, a virtual meeting there on Sunday. So we're going to see how that all shakes out because they can dump a lot more oil on the market. And I think they're just probably just jonesing to do that. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. So this is a trader's market, not a buy and hold. And it's like a war premium that's in here. Okay, so if it keeps on rallying up, okay, that could be a really good shorting opportunity here down the road. Okay, let's take a look here now on natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas. Now, I was just jammed up on too many things. I didn't make any trade in natural gas today. Okay, but I guess you could have taken a little bit long in UNG. But however, you got to just look at this. See at the bottom? We're going right to that 335. That's your 21-day, okay? And then that 50-day right below it at that 347. That's what you're trading. Upside, just all I got to do is look at the 8-day, 361, okay? So right now, we're just trading this range. See that? Trading the range, trading the range, trading the range, today trading the range, okay? So we have an inside day so far, which basically your high and low is inside the previous day's high and low. Upside, you got to crack above that 361. You do that, you got that 100 days just sitting there waiting for you at 367. Above that, you come right up here to 376. And then we're looking here for the top of this candle at that 384. Now, we crack above that, then we got right here, you got 393, we got 408, 415, 420, and then 425. That is going to be your upside target in the near term. Okay. Now, if you keep right on rolling, well, we're going to come right on top of this candle. You got 436 level. We'll come up top of this candle here. You got 447. We'll come up top of this candle here. You got 455. And then we got old sticky up here, all the way up there at 490. Okay. But right now here we just have this sideways kind of an action. Okay. So we have a nice series, low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Very, very bullish here on this chart yet. Okay, so let's just see how this all shakes out. Plus, you're looking at this time of the year, we're in a shoulder season. However, if you look at a seasonality chart, which you can go to equityclock.com or on my playlist, they're all sitting right there for you. You look at a seasonality chart here, and again, a little bit of patience here, but really the end of the month, you want to start buying natural gas and let that thing run all the way in there till about December area. Okay, so just remember that hurricane season, any kind of disruption, you know what I'm saying, or crude oil with the way it's rising might pull natural gas into it and take it up higher. So you got to be very, very careful. Okay, now downside right here, just watch that 21-day, 350, 347, and then watch here, bottom here at 344. Then we have 335, and then we have 330. Then your big retest down there, 309. But right now, it just is still, it's just a sideways action till we're going to break up or we're going to break on down. Okay, let's take a look here now at the old indexes. Okay, here we have the indexes, your Dow, your S&P, and the old NASDAQ. Okay, so you can see here how I've been pointing out on how we had this negative divergence, okay? Negative divergence, okay? And see this melt up, all melty? Look at here, all melty up here, okay? So, and this here, all melty. Now, you got to be literally, I've been pointing this out, so you shouldn't even say, shouldn't even question it, that eventually these melt ups don't last, okay? When they end, they don't end good. They end up with a big ass sell-off. So get ready either to, look for buying opportunities or do a short ski all the way on down. Okay, so now look at this Dow. Okay, so we're riding up. And I said, always point out that 8 day, as long as it holds the 8 day, the 200 day, but the key catch all was the 21 day. Look how nice it held all the way through. Now look at this. It ain't holding. Okay, she's all the way down. So now we lose today's low, that 42.81. Then you're going to come down to this area right here. So, okay, so you're looking at that 41.853 level. Then we're going to come down here to the bottom of this candle right here. You're looking at, well, just take the price channel right there, 41.354, and then 41.165 level, which is your 50-day, which you come down here very, very easily. Okay, so just remember that upside. Now you got all that resistance. You got the 100-day, the 200-day, the 8-day before you can even get back to the big retest here. But when you have that melt up, always get prepared that she's going to come flying down here. Okay, very, very easy. Now, this never really got to an overbought condition, but these two have. Okay, so here we are here on the S&P. Same thing. Okay, same scenario. See this? Negative divergence. See how we had a high? We had a high. Higher high, lower high. Negative divergence. That's always red flag, red flag, red flag. Okay, so we have this big melt up here. Now we lost the 8-day, but we haven't made it down to the old catch-all here yet at 59.43, but probably be a matter of time. Now, if we lose that 21-day, you're going to come right down to this 58.06 level. That's at 200-day, and then 57.73. We lose that, you got the gap fill right here, okay? 56.91, and then we look at 56.67. That's where you're going here. But just look at when you see these melt ups and you see those little tiny candles up there, man, just day trade it. Get ready to get the hell out, okay? Right here, NASDAQ. Okay, so I've been selling all into all this kind of stuff. I do have some stocks here, that I have. I have the XLE. I keep that. The UGA, that's for the gasoline. I own NVIDIA. That's like a long-termer for me. I have a lot of long-termer trades. But the stuff I have, I'm really mainly 90% here now in cash. And all I do is trade it. Like I traded, a Tesla today. You know what I'm saying? And you traded UCO and SEO and boom. Trade that, put the money in your pocket. That's it. Back to that 90% in cash, okay? That's how this is the kind of market you have. Don't get caught up on the freaking top. You don't want that. It's not a good look. Okay, so look at here. We lost that 8-day. Now we're looking for the catch-all here at the 21-day at 19.273. If we start losing this here, we have a lot of support levels, but you're going to come right down here to this 18.566. That's your 200-day, and then we have your 100-day right below that, 18.404. Now we lose that. Top of this candle, that's what you're looking for. 1868, there's your gap fill, and then we have your 50-day at 1832. Again, negative divergence, pretty damn close to negative divergence, okay? See, so this is all shaken out here. Now we're going to see if it can hold that 21-day and see if it can hold this 21-day here, okay? The Dow has already lost it, and that's usually the first tell that the rest of the two dominoes are going to be coming and falling right on down. So remember, this is a trader's market. Both directions. If you just trade in one direction, just wait for an opportunity. Let the trade come to you. Scalp it, take a long, put the money in your pocket, okay? That's the key. Like Tesla, they just look for stuff that's really holding in well as the market is coming off, okay? So when the market comes off like this, what's working? Tesla is still working, okay? NVIDIA, look how good NVIDIA is, only down 2% in this big-ass market here. That tells me that's very, very strong. Okay, very, very strong. Okay, look at Netflix. Netflix is down $1. A $1,200 stock is down $1. Tells me that's very, very strong. Okay, so look for opportunities here, but this is not a buy and hold long because of this melt-up situation. Okay, so don't let anybody tell you different. When you see this, eventually this ends, and it does not end well. Okay, I'll be back here Sunday night here, and between 6 and 7, I'll have a video for you. We'll take a look at Bitcoin, gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas, and we'll look at the old NASDAQ. We'll see what happens with that. It's getting worse right now. But again, enjoy your weekend. Put the money in your pocket, and then Monday we come back out and we shoot. All right, that's what we got. And when I mean shoot on good trades. You know what I'm saying? Good trades. That's what I'm talking about. All right, enjoy your weekend, and remember, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.